Congratulations on your finishing Shikoku Pilgrimage.
Thank you very much.
おぎゃてぼじそわかはんや信用すごいそれで
This word means walking pilgrim.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know?
I know because I found it on the internet.
Yeah.
And my wife and I both ordered such a shirt.
Yeah.
In Holland, you could go to the firm.
Yeah.
You could say, I want a shirt with that text on it. And we put it on it. And on the road, we got a lot of positive reactions from other pilgrims, from Japanese pilgrims in the evening when you go to eating. And they're saying, hey, walking pilgrim, walking pilgrim. Yeah, okay, we are a walking pilgrim. Yeah, so I'm very proud to wear this.
Yeah. Finishing Shikoku Pilgrimage.
Thank you very much. I don't feel great, but 1,200 kilometers it's a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah.
After you became interested in Buddhism in Indonesia, you came to Shikoku Pilgrimage. Do you feel anything after you went around Shikoku Pilgrimage?
That's one thing that's really different from pilgrimage, for instance, in Santiago and the pilgrimage we made in Indonesia, is that people are here respectful, helpful, and the Osettai is something. We walked 52 days.
Yes.
And from this 52 days, we got 50 days. Got Osettai.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Have you ever felt about Christians and Buddhism?
When I compare, it's what I already told in the interview in February, there's a lot of in common. And when you're looking for the things in common, you find things in common. When you want to find things different, you find things different. But I was looking for the things who were in common. And when you're talking with other pilgrimages, because a couple of days ago I talked with a man, he came from America, but his parents were from Japan. And he also said, I compare the same thing. And when you compare, you find things to compare. You don't need to find something to hit each other in the head. So that's a good one.
Yeah. Most charming point of Shikoku Pilgrimage?
Meeting other people. Meeting other people from different countries, but also Japanese. And it's not, the language is not a problem. We walked a couple of days with some Japanese women who they only spoke Japanese. Yeah. But every evening when we shared the dinner, or when we shared the route, or we were some place where we got Osettai together, a cup of coffee or something like that, there was always a connection. Oh. Even when we could not speak the same language, there was a connection. Yeah. So that's the most charming from the pilgrimage. Yeah.
Where is the most impressive place or temple?
For me, yes. I don't know if for my wife it's the same, but the 38 in the south. With all those Buddhas, and it was a very nice place. But I also like Temple 12, was very impressive. Even all the temples who were on the mountain. There was a lot of space, a lot of buildings, different kind of things. Although we did not have so much time to visit all these places, because you were walking, and we talked about it. We said already, maybe we come back as tourists. Not as pilgrim, but as tourists, and then visit places where we now didn't have enough time to look around, and then go back. And that's also what we hear on the road. Oliver is a German guy, the Facebook manager from Germany. We met Andy, is an American. He already, the first time he did all the trail, and now he came back, and he was also visiting certain places. Walking different trails, because they say, okay, I want to do that trail. But when you're walking all around, that trail is too difficult. But when you only have, let's say, 2 or 3 days at one place, you could do that trail as well. And visit more temples and see more details of the temple, because now you have to 20 minutes, 25 minutes you spend in the temple, you have to go to a next temple, because otherwise you cannot walk in 52 days all the stages. It's impossible.
What were you thinking while walking?
Sometimes it were practical things like reservations, routes, stage not too long, too short. But there were also moments without any thoughts, and that are the grateful moments that you don't have any thought at any moment. That's a good one.
What did you have any difficulty on the Shikoku pilgrimage?
Sometimes there were a bit problems with reservations, but there was a certain period that we were asking if they could make a reservation, and it was not possible. Sometimes we had 4 or 5 addresses before we had one reservation, and then we decided to make reservation 3 or 4 days in advance, and that worked. And after that period, it was the period from the weekend from the Sakura.
Yes.
The Sakura weekend. Yeah. So it was very busy. So for us it was very difficult to find an accommodation for sleeping. But after that was no problem anymore.
Yeah. Were you able to make a reservation for the hotel with the card you made?
To be honest, the card we made, we did not use. And it was not necessary. We thought it would be necessary. But when you come in an accommodation and you're asking, for instance, at the temple office, if they want to make a reservation for you for the next day or for 2 days, it works. It really works. Even when sometimes when the language is hard, but we every evening got an accommodation, so it was no problem.
Yeah.
And
really?
I did not use the card at all.
Yeah.
And what I want to say, Waymarks.
Yeah.
There were in the big cities. It's sometimes hard to find your way. In the villages, is no problem. When you see some villages, the elder people, I'm sure there were elder people. They were taking care of the way you have to walk, and they put some waymarks. You have to go 900 meters. You have to go 800 meters. You have to go 700 meters. There was even one point. I think there was a teacher with children, and the children they painted a handrail, and there was on one side of the painting was in Japanese, and the other side was in the English language, and it said "Ganbatte ne, go on, you can make it." And this was while we were climbing it all the way. I think every 100 or 150 meters there was one of those paintings. It was very nice.
Yeah. Have you ever felt what you need at Shikoku Pilgrimage?
I make no. What very good is the 7-Eleven.
Oh.
Without 7-Eleven, it's hard to have a pilgrimage. 7-Eleven gives you Wi-Fi, gives you food, gives you ATM, but only in the south of Shikoku there was hard to get money because there was not so much 7-Eleven and not so much post office where you could get international ATM. So we had to make a very good planning for getting the money. But 7-Eleven is a good thing, Lawson's is a good thing. Further on, I wouldn't know. The helpful people that's the most important, because once we lost our way and somebody stopped the car and said, "Oh, I see you are Henro, you lost your way. Can I help you out?" And they help you out. So that's the good thing, and that must stay. That the people will help you. This is a good one. Thank you.
Incredible experience. Very warm heart experience. And have you ever get Osettai?
Now what I already told, Osettai you get nearly every day you get Osettai. Sometimes at the temple you get little things, but on the road, once we passed a supermarket, an older man had bought his vegetables and fruits.
Yeah.
He gave me 1 kilo bananas.
Yeah.
1 kilo bananas in my backpack. Okay, you may not refuse, so domo arigatou gozaimasu. And you put 1 kilo.
1 kilo.
1 kilo bananas. Or you got, for instance, 4 oranges in your backpack. It's every day you're getting more and more kilos. So sometimes you have to eat to get rid of this fruit. But from the 52 days, we got 50 days fruit or cookies, or it's incredible what we got in Osettai on the pilgrimage.
Will you recommend Shikoku Pilgrimage?
Yeah, I did Santiago, I walked to Rome, and when you compare the Shikoku Pilgrimage, I would recommend.
Yes.
People who ask me, I say, I'd be honest, you're walking a lot on asphalt when you compare it, for instance, with Italy. But visiting the temples and doing the sutras in the temple, meeting the people, it's worth to go to Shikoku. Yeah, it's worth to go to Shikoku.
Did you read Heart Sutra with a book of Sutra?
We read all the sutras from the book, and we did it also in general order. It was the book, this book was it, and we always started here,
Yes.
and we did the essential things. And sometimes when we heard on the road other people praying, we tried to copy that. It was not always easy, but we tried to copy that. But it was very helpful. It was a very helpful book. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. How was Shikoku Pilgrimage?
It was very good. We met a lot of people, and they were very kind. And we got, I think, the first time we got Osettai on the first day, and we don't know what have we to do with it. And then afterwards, 1 kilo bananas or 1 kilo oranges, and we have all put that in our backpack, and he's getting more weight and more weight. But the people are very nice and kind and helpful, and we like that.
Yeah.
It was very good. It was a very special way for us. It was quite different from the Camino de Santiago. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was hard sometimes when it was rainy and it was steepy up and steepy down, but it was a good time. Yes, but now my feet wants to
Rest.
and my knees want to rest because they are tired. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. Have fun at the Koyasan.
Thank you very much for this interview, and thank you for the hospitality on this island. We will have a good membership of that. Thank you. どうもありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。